Welcome back to Pause Menu Society, Euphoric Interpretations, Episode 5. This is our recap of Euphoria Season 3, Episode 5. This actually isn't our fifth. It doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Um, Look, last night was a lot. Do you want to start or like I have notes, of course, but that was a fucking lot.
First of all, the opening was crazy.
All the
The
Cassie stuff.
toes, the fucking toes.
So was that her own toe in her mouth?
That was hers. Those were her toes with the
That's
little
what.
bows.
How fucking flexible do you got to be able to suck your own feet?
I mean, pretty flexible, I guess.
That's fucking crazy.
At some point, I could have. I had 2 babies,
Really?
though. I can't do that shit no more.
Okay. Hey. Actually, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Mother's Day was yesterday.
Yes,
Um, that was a lot.
it
That was a
was.
lot.
I wasn't
A lot
expecting
of
it to
fucking.
start like that. Like, that was crazy. I will say, I feel like this episode really focused on Cassie more than anyone else.
It did. So
Yes.
as I'm watching, texting, and it's just like, yo, it's just all fucking Cassie. I'm like, there's some other stuff, but it's like all Cassie, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is. Like there was some really good shit in there. Um, I don't know why the fuck anybody would need a dildo that's that fucking big. Like
It's for
that
show.
was fucking insane.
It's
It
just,
would, but like, god damn, like
yeah,
where are you? All right. So anyway, yeah,
subscribe and you'll know.
I suppose. Oh, I have something about that.
Yeah,
Very interesting stuff. Um, so really quickly before we go really deep in,
yeah.
we've got information about the finale.
Okay.
Um, So let's see. The finale of Euphoria season 3 will be the longest TV episode in HBO history with a runtime of an hour and 33 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, apparently finale will be 1 hour and 33 minutes long, not only making it the longest episode of Euphoria to date, but the longest in the entire history of HBO. We're talking The Sopranos, The Wire, Game of Thrones, The Last of Us,
Really?
Succession. Like HBO content is like it's king. Sunday nights, own belong to HBO. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like
Yeah.
you can't have the run that they've had. The Wire, Sopranos. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, but I understand like
Right.
in a vacuum, it was like the fucking show.
Yeah.
And the proof in the pudding is the fact that they've got this House of the Dragon shit that's like a prequel, and then I think there's another
Mhm.
show coming too. So
Yeah, there's another one coming
H
too.
yeah, HBO has ruled the roost. However, with this longer runtime also comes a feeling of uncertainty towards the future as it is unclear for now if the season 3 finale is a season finale or a series finale. Um, since a potential season 4 hasn't officially been greenlit, but only rumored to be in the early stages of development. Season 3 finale episode releases May 31st and supposedly giving some of the main characters their happy endings while others won't be as lucky. Reportedly will meet their fate, however that plays out in these next few episodes. Um, I will say this. Um, we had this conversation. It says only a few characters will have happy endings. Other characters will allegedly have sad or bad endings. We've had this conversation wondering, like, do we think this is it? Because at this point, I know the ratings have got to be insane.
Yeah.
Like the consensus among everybody that I've spoken to is episode 1 was like, I don't know, man. I did like people were like, "Did Sam Levinson lose his fastball?" That was the question. And it's like, you start the season, maybe you're just not ready. Like you kind of sometimes have to play yourself in the game shape.
Yeah.
By episode 2, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, he's still got it. He's very much still got the
Yeah.
fastball. And from that point on, my boy's throwing 98 to 101 miles an hour every episode because every
Mhm.
episode is just like, oh, you think last week was some shit? Wait till you see this shit. So,
Yeah. It's just getting crazier and
um,
crazier every episode. Yeah.
so here's my point to this. Generally, you would know a few episodes in, like, hey, they're really cooking. Let's go ahead and bring you guys back for one more season. And then we'll talk about the next season after that. We're at episode 5 of an 8 episode order,
Mhm.
and we don't know yet. So to me, especially if you're gonna start giving people like Cat was gone after season 2. We only saw BB at the wedding. Ethan was gone after season 2. G is
Mhm.
gone. We haven't seen Rue's mom. We haven't seen Ali yet.
Right.
You can't like so you're gonna give people endings and we still like we're losing more members of the cast. So if you put gun to my head right now, I think this might be it.
I think so too.
I think this might be it.
I
Yeah,
really do.
it just makes all the sense in the world. I think this is it. Um, which I'm not exactly mad about because I'd rather them leave on a high note than just keep going and water the show down. Everybody be like, okay, just fucking end it already.
Right, yeah, you don't wanna
Because
get sick of it.
you don't want a 90210 it. Like
Yeah.
Beverly Hills 90210 was a great show. And then they graduated college and it just didn't work anymore. And to this day, I've seen the finale, but I haven't seen all of season 8. No, I haven't seen all of season 9 or all of season 10 because they're terrible to watch.
Mhm.
It's just fucking terrible. Like, you bring back Luke Perry all you want. That's not gonna put a Band-Aid on how bad the show is. Just
Right.
fucking end it. And then they finally ended it. It's like you went a little too long.
Yeah.
I am a big proponent of, like, going out on a high note.
Yeah.
Leave the table while you're still up, like if you're at the casino.
Absolutely.
So there's that. Now, I also have some other information, and this is crazy. This goes to the whole Cassie situation. So,
Okay.
did you see this? Have you seen this?
No. What is it? Are you putting in
So this
Discord or
is
what? What are you doing?
I can. I
Are you
was just gonna read it. This is
oh, just read it, it's fine.
okay. So this is from the Variety Instagram account. Apparently, they reached out to some real life OnlyFans workers about Cassie's portrayal, about Sydney Sweeney's portrayal of Cassie in the whole OnlyFans thing. So
Yeah.
OnlyFans storyline of Euphoria is really pissing off real OnlyFans creators. Quote, there's just a lot that's ridiculous and cartoonish about it, Sydney Leathers, an OnlyFans creator since 2017 says. First of all, I didn't know the shit was out since 2017. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, there's so much that they have her doing that it's not even allowed on OnlyFans, and that alone is infuriating. The age play stuff where she's dressed as a baby in a diaper, for example. Credit card processors have very strict rules that you have to abide by, and the rules are getting stricter all the time. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Maitland Ward, a top OnlyFans creator, ranking in six figures a month, adds in, quote, in the climate we're in, that they dressed her up as a baby to make pornographic OnlyFans content was beyond troubling and again serves to perpetuate stereotypes as sex workers have no moral compass and that they will do anything for money. And there's also always this unique stigma that somehow sex work is synonymous with sex trafficking and abuse. And they just said, let's make a joke of it. That is so funny, and I'm not laughing. Um, second comment says the funny thing is this is the kind of shit they do. Men who can't find someone who matches their kinky pay good money to have women who look like Sydney do the depraved crap, they are going to scratch that itch. If you're unaware, this is fantastic, but the fact is there are sex workers that do what Sydney did in the show. If you don't like it and try to convince the sex workers sitting on their amount of money that it's wrong. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't subscribe to OnlyFans or anything like that, so I can't speak to this, but
Mhm.
I know I wasn't the only person last night that was like, "This is fucking insane." That big ass dildo, first of all, everybody was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, that thing, like, you can't fit that. If you can fit that into you, then there's a different conversation to be had.
I
Actually,
mean,
several different
there are
conversations.
size queens out there.
That's a term?
Yeah. You should know this, Derrick. You should know that this is a term.
We had this conversation
We
before?
have, yeah.
Did we do it on the old show?
Uh-huh. We did. We were gonna do an
That was
episode
cl
on it. I was trying to find a size queen to talk to about it. That was gonna be our next episode, and then we ended up not doing it.
that's r okay, because 'cause it's been
Mhm.
4 years, so
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of it. I remember, like, we did have a bunch of fun, but I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah.
Or
So
I
there
just
are
fucking
size
forgot.
queens. There are women that
But that didn't seem excessive?
it I don't know. I'm not
That
a
shit, you
size
know what
queen.
that shit, like, when you go, like, buy fireworks for the 4th of July and you get the
Yeah.
big ass cannon
Yeah.
joints? That's like, like, we comparatively, if you're looking for a size, it's like, that's like the finale when you do
The
fireworks on the
finale.
4th of July. What? Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
that shit felt very speaking of finales, that shit felt like that was the grand finale, like, um, she
Anyways.
was, like, exhausted, like, the ASMR stuff and, um, look, I just go ahead. You take it from here because I'm still like everybody thought that was excessive. I'm not kidding. Everybody I
Yeah.
talked to was like, "This is excessive."
So,
But
I
apparently
mean,
she gained
listen.
17,000 followers in 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, she got up to 50,000 subs.
Yeah,
Um, listen, it's gonna be a dramatization, you know, it's a show. They're gonna
true.
dramatize everything, they're gonna be over the top about everything. I don't take
True,
it.
true, true.
I mean, obviously, I'm not on OnlyFans or anything, so I don't take offense to it. I don't take it like this is what all
Right. It's not
OnlyFans do. You know what I mean?
I it's like it's not our place to like we're allowed to have an opinion, right? Because it's
Yeah.
art.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, television and film are art, just like video games and music. It's all art, and art is
Mhm.
subjective. So we're all allowed to have an opinion. If these people actually live in this world and they create content, then yeah, I think they're allowed to have a voice to say, "Hey,
Yeah.
don't make it seem like we're just sticking anything in our fucking orifice. This is a bit much."
But there are women that do that. So it's like, sure,
Exactly. So
you can't speak for everyone. You know,
you can't.
even if you are doing OnlyFans, you can't speak for everyone because some women are into that kind of niche. There's all kinds of niches out there. So like, you know, you just can't
Yeah.
judge. You can't say, "Oh, no, I would never." I mean, you might not, but someone might.
Somebody else will. They always say,
Mhm.
"What you won't do, somebody else will," when it
And
comes to
I
money.
think the point of showing all that too is that Cassie was willing to do anything.
Do whatever.
She will do whatever it takes, and I think that's the point.
Even even farting in a jar, which I thought was absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah,
And then being like, "I can't do this," and then, like, "Maddie, you do it." She's like, "What's the difference?" He doesn't know, which is true, but, like, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but
men do that.
I've heard,
Mhm.
isn't that, like, this close like, it's not exactly, but, like, that's pretty close to scat play. Well, it's, like, maybe this close?
They might be into it. I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
think it's
god.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah, I look, again, not
I
here to
mean,
yuck anybody's yum,
there's men willing to buy, like, bath water from women. You know what I mean?
so I've been
Like,
told.
come on, man.
Here's the thing, I'm notoriously cheap, unless it's something that I truly value, and I just don't find any value in any of that stuff. I just
Right.
don't, and I would imagine that I mean, people I don't know how I don't know how porn stars are still in business considering even before OnlyFans had its boom during the pandemic, you could just there was Pornhub and, like, all those other sites,
Mhm.
and a lot of that shit was free, and if you
Yeah.
really want to take it up a notch, I guess you could sign up for a membership or some shit like that, but it's like, how
Yeah.
do they eat when it and this
'Cause
kinda goes back to
there's cam girls too.
right, so, do you remember when the whole Napster thing happened, like, in '99, 2000?
No.
Probably not, okay, so,
I was raised in a
the
Christian home. I
this is true, I forgot, but then you raged against the machine, um, but, okay, so essentially what happened, Sean Parker, Sean Fanning, I forgot who the other person was. Sean Parker is portrayed by Justin Timberlake in The Social Network, the movie about Facebook.
Okay.
So he was one of the guys that basically helped found Napster. So they ended up getting sued by Metallica, Dr. Dre, I can't remember who else, right?
Mhm.
Because they were ripping files and putting them online, and Napster was, like, the first real big file sharing service before, like, LimeWire and stuff like that,
Okay.
and their argument was, "This is robbery," and they're just like, "How? It's just kids sharing songs," and they're like, "We write these songs, we record these songs, we these put these songs on an album, and then the album has to sell X amount of copies. We have to recoup the label has to recoup that money before we get a penny, and now we're not going to get paid because you could just go on the internet and download our whole album and stuff like that."
Mhm.
I remember Jay-Z pulled American Gangster off the iTunes store because he didn't like the fact that you can just go to iTunes and buy which songs you want from the album. He's like, it's a complete body of work, and you should experience it as a complete body of work as opposed to buying track two, track seven, et cetera, et cetera. So he
Mhm.
pulled it off the iTunes store for a while. So when I look at Um, and not figuratively. I'm not gonna say I've never watched porn. That would be crazy to say, right?
Right,
But what I'm saying, when you look at the guys and girls who are in the adult film industry, and then it's like you had a bunch of people during the pandemic. Somebody was like, "Yeah, this OnlyFans thing," because apparently it was never truly meant for that. It was to share content, but it was not like, "Hey, this is where you create homemade porn,"
right.
or whatever the fuck. It was never really meant for that. Somebody just found a loophole and was like, "I'll sell titty pictures and make money."
Yeah,
And then I remember one girl like sharing what she made on OnlyFans in a month during the pandemic. Remember, it was me, you, Kobe, Justin, I can't remember who else was in the group chat, and we
yeah,
shared, and we were like, because you were like, "What the fuck? Bitches are making that." I
yeah.
remember we were like, "What the fuck? Like, who's making this kind of money?" It's like people will pay to see titties, especially
Mhm.
horny men, and even men that are in relationships. It's like, who doesn't like seeing a good titty every now and then?
It's true. I've
Um,
met a lot of men that
so
that have told me that, and they're like, "Don't tell my wife, though, or don't tell my girlfriend." And I'm just like, "Okay."
really,
Yeah, lots of
we're
like, men
we're having this
that I've worked with would be like,
with
"Hey,"
really
like, yeah, yeah, they'd let me know, like, they're like, "Yeah, I'm on OnlyFans sometimes. I like to see some titties sometimes." And I was like, "But you got a wife for that." And they're like, "But I see my wife's titties all the time." It's like, "I wanna see different titties. I wanna see some brown ones, some white ones, some, I wanna see yellow."
okay,
And I'm like, "Okay, alright. I don't know your
okay.
wife, so
So
I can't tell her, but, like, that's okay."
don't know the wife. I think it's interesting, but I also kinda understand why they would have that conversation with you. I'm not going to, you know, elaborate further or anything like that. Um, but this whole episode in particular, like, there was some really good shit in here, but there was a lot of Cassie, but also this influencer situation
Yes.
where it has gotten completely out of hand, and when we record our standard episode, I have, something to add to that conversation, but we're gonna save that. So if you guys want to hear that, obviously you got to tune into the regular pod. But
Sick.
um, I just think that like, okay,
I mean,
so
it's gotten to the part where
Maddie walked.
she's doing not blogs, podcasts too now, interviews.
Yeah, so the girl,
Trisha
when I
Paytas?
saw her, yes. So I
Yes!
didn't know who the fuck she was. So I watch a lot of YouTube, and yes, like I told you, I'm cheap unless it comes to something that I want to spend money on.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not paying for fucking YouTube Premium. So about a month ago, during the ads, this girl would pop up. I'm like, who the fuck is this girl? Because she was doing ads for Roe.
Mhm,
So I Google it, or I took a picture and then I put it in Google Lens, and it's like, this is Trisha Paytas. And I
mhm.
was like, yo, I've seen this girl in YouTube ads.
Yeah.
I did not know that she was like, so apparently
She was a
she's got
YouTuber,
some she's
and
got some titty pics out there.
yeah, that
I've
too.
definitely seen her titties.
Yeah. She's
So
done
then
content.
also she's doing Red Pill Incel podcast where she's
Oh.
doing well, men are providers, and like I was like,
She's always been
we're
like
doing this.
that. She's always
Well,
been
not
like
the
that.
Trisha girl. I'm talking about Cassie
Oh,
in the
Cassie too.
episode.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then I was like, maybe this explains why she's so upset with Nate because she believes. So it's like, does she really believe this, or is like, is she just saying what people want to hear for that particular type of content?
Yeah, 'cause they
Because I would figure.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, okay. So, I was only gonna say say because they didn't really, get into that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were just like, "Oh, well, she said something about, like, oh, I'm on these podcasts, I'm saying these things," and then Maddie's just like, "Yeah, you're just like, just say whatever, you're getting more subscribers regardless, like, it don't matter what you
Right, right,
say."
right.
And so, I don't know if that meant, like, she doesn't believe it and she's just saying all that shit just for clout, I don't know.
See, there's a lot to take from that. So here's number one: a woman who, and not even a woman, a man, anybody that chooses to do OnlyFans in that particular lane,
Mhm.
you would have to consider yourself pretty independent because you're calling the shots because you decide what these people see.
Yeah.
So for Cassie to go on there and say that, it's like you can say this, but you're choosing to show your breasts and other things online for money, which would have, like, for me, I would feel like that's evoking the spirit of an independent woman, right?
Mhm.
Number two, it was very much coded in almost what Sydney Sweeney kind of lives by because Donald Trump loves her because she's kind of aligned herself with the right, right?
Mhm.
She did that whole ad with American Eagle, and it was a play on jeans as a word, but, like,
Right.
they
Good
spelled it
genes.
like jeans. Yeah, 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 but they spelled it like, DNA jeans or whatever.
Right.
So there was that, and then instead of, like, they asked her, like, "Well, what do you mean by, like?" Because 'cause they're, like, fishing to see, like, "Are you saying because you're white?" And she was just like she just kept sidestepping the question instead of saying, like, "No, I don't feel like any race is,
Right.
superior to another race." And that's why a lot of people are pissed at her, and then
Mhm.
you got her kind of semi-aligning herself with the right. And then also, the third portion of this is you're going on there, you're saying all this stuff, and then we find out because we think, "Oh, you rented this apartment, you're gonna shoot content here, but you're also living there, so maybe you and Nate are done, but you're wiring Nate money,
Wiring, yeah, I was gonna get into that. Wiring Nate $30,000.
$1,000."
Like,
So I'm just like,
crazy.
what do we first of all, the fact that she was able to make, because that's not all she had.
No.
She sent him 30 bands, and that's definitely not all the money she had. So the rise was very quick because the guy posted her.
Mhm.
And the thing that was really interesting about Cassie, in my opinion, was the fact that she had 2 contracts put in front of her in this episode and signed both of them without legal representation. And I thought that was absolutely fucking nuts.
She didn't even read
So it
them.
shows that exactly. And the
Mhm.
guy's like, "Well, she works for a manager. She's not a real manager. Like, you should come over here. This is the best content house around." And I'm like, how do we get here that you're just dumb enough to put your name on that paper? Then he tells you you need to get rid of Maddie, and you go to fire Maddie, and she waves an audition in front of you that
Mhm.
she hadn't even actually got for you yet. She's like, "Well, I can't give it to you because you're no longer my client." And then you
Mhm.
sign there.
Yeah.
Just not smart. Just not smart.
But Cassie was never that smart.
That's true.
Also, I just wanna
Another
I
thing.
just wanna I just wanna pull up when Brandon was talking to her and was just like, "Oh, we got videographers here and shit," and you just see a dude with
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
iPhone. Like, a
Well,
videographer? Come on now.
truth be told, we've all seen the commercials, and especially as iPhone users. You can shoot a feature film on a fucking iPhone now. They're that powerful. You can run, I don't know if the new Resident Evil is available on iPhone yet, but like 2, 3, and 4 remakes are I know 4 is for sure.
Mhm.
I wonder where I think you can buy them from the App Store. Let's see.
I just thought it was really funny. He's like, "Oh, we got videographers and whatever," and then it's a
Yeah.
dude with an iPhone, and I was just like, "That's just," it just looked funny to me, that's all.
Um, let's see. Cyberpunk 2077, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Resident Evil Village, Death Stranding Director's Cut, Baldur's Gate 3 are all available in the Mac game store. You can play them on a Mac or an iPhone.
Damn.
So, and you can there are films they'll tell you like this was shot on an iPhone. We're at that
Mm,
point. It is probably the world's most powerful phone. So we're definitely
yeah.
at that point. So that didn't really even do anything to me. I was just like, but them like doing all that, I was
But
like,
they're
they're just
doing
fucking
the
TikTokers.
dances. Yeah, that too.
Like, so Kennedy had this tournament this weekend. They played 3 games, and in between the 2nd and 3rd game, her and her teammates, like and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I noticed they had propped one of their phones up on the damn fence, and I was like, "These motherfuckers are TikToking. Go warm up. Go
Yeah.
warm up." Like, I get it, you're 12 years old and under, but goddamn, like, we got a TikTok right now? Go fucking warm up.
You know what's really
So that kinda
funny?
got me. I'm like,
We're kinda getting a little sidetracked, but I just wanna say this is really funny because Bella likes to go to the skating rink nearby all the time,
"Mm."
and the last time I dropped her off, I saw there's a sign that said, "No TikToks." They're like, "If we catch you filming TikToks, you're outta here. You can't do that no more. Get out."
You can't TikTok in the skating rink? That's crazy.
Mm-mm. I guess I don't
That
know
is so
why,
weird.
they didn't explain why. Something must have
There had to be
happened.
some sort of an issue where somebody got I don't know, but that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But
Shout out to the skating
anyways,
rink, though.
yeah. So,
Um,
Brandon's offering her all that shit, and then Maddie's got her on that
you don't
TV
even
show,
know this fool.
right?
And then okay, so that was the thing that really got me. This is your sister. She should not have to find out from her fucking boss that you auditioned for a role in that show.
Right.
She should not. So, when I worked for my cousin, when we did the other pod, right?
Yeah.
So, um, she had set up a meeting with this company, and, like, she's like, "We should get, like, a gift basket for him," like, we really top notch. She came in, like, her Louis Vuitton shoes. I had on, full suit, shirt tie, the whole 9, portfolio, all that stuff. So we pull up, right?
Mhm.
And she notices 2 cars, and she's like, "Oh, there's Kim's car and there's Tamika's car." And I was like, "Excuse you?" And she was like, "Yeah, they work here." Just talk about one of our aunts and one of our cousins.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Do they know we're coming?" And she's like, "No." And she started to open the door. I was like, "Stop right there." I'm like, "We're going into their place of business. We're going to play in their backyard, and you didn't give them a heads up that we were coming?" And she's like, "No, why?" And I was like, "That's common courtesy.
Yeah.
You don't go and play in somebody's fucking sandbox and not let them know, like, yo, I'm headed over there." So because I'm like, if we walk in the door and they're standing there, she's not gonna recognize us as professionals. She's gonna say, "That's my nephew and that's my niece."
Yeah.
And sure as shit, I don't know where my cousin was in the building. We walked in, the first fucking person we saw was my aunt. She was like, "Hello, how are you 2? Nice to meet you." And then she texted us later, like, "You guys look nice. Next time, give me a heads up."
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, "I fucking told you." She was like, "I didn't think it." I was like, "Yeah, that's why you should have said something to me. You should
Yeah.
have said something." And so when I saw that, Lexi was 100 fucking percent justified in being angry. Point
Yeah.
blank period. You don't do that. You at least, and then she's like, "You used your maiden fucking name."
That too. Yeah. But okay, but here's the thing. I have to play devil's advocate here. Maddie did try
Okay.
to go through Lexi to get this going for Cassie. She did try to
I'll
go
give you
through
that.
Lexi. So Lexi should have gotten a clue that they're trying to get their foot in the door already.
She should. Here's the thing though. What Lexi said was beautiful. She's like, she has no fucking qualifications other than the fact that she's my sister.
Yeah,
And for
true.
Lexi, like, that was shutting the door on the matter at that point.
Yeah.
And then she walks up and sees her fucking audition tape. And I was conflicted. I was like, "This is bad." But then as it started to go along, I was like, "Actually, she's not doing bad doing this monologue." I don't know if I would have. You only choose Shakespeare if you're doing theater. You don't choose Shakespeare for monologue for, I guess it's a sitcom or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, you would generally, what happens with us if somebody wants to audition, we send them the sides. We
Right.
send them just a little bit of the actual script and get, so we can get an actual
Exactly.
read for it. You can't get anything off of a fucking Shakespeare monologue for a, whether it's a drama, a rom-com, or it's just a straight up sitcom. You're not getting a good read if somebody's reading William Shakespeare. You're just not. That's not how it works at all.
Yeah.
So, that was funny that that Lexi even had the balls. I'm sorry, Maddie had to ask, like, she had to know that Lexi was not having that. She just had to know.
She had to. But they're willing to do
I don't know.
whatever it takes. Like especially Maddie. She will step on anyone's toes.
And that's why I got to give it up to Maddie
Love
because
Maddie.
she Maddie is a fucking queen. Um, she's willing to do whatever the fuck it takes. Like,
Mhm.
she doesn't. I think like um the fact that she had to clean up that fucking
The
the
dog
dog
shit?
diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think at that point she was just like, "Dog, we're not doing this anymore. We're just not
Yeah.
fucking doing this." And I'm just like, Maddie is a fucking boss. But I also, when Cassie went to tell her that she was gonna, move in with that Brandon guy and he had done so much for her, I'm just like, Maddie's got to beat Cassie's ass again on GP. She's got to beat her ass. Like, dead ass, like, "You keep playing these games. I thought we already been through this." She's like, "You're my best friend." She's like, "Am I?" Like,
Yeah.
I just, I really wanted her to haul off and slap the shit out of Cassie.
Yeah.
Now, she handled it the right way. She dangled an audition in front of her that she hadn't even locked up for her, and then got her to sign a fucking contract without legal representation and without reading it. Which,
Mhm.
to be completely honest, reading it is doing nothing for Cassie. She's just not that smart.
Yeah.
She's just not that smart. I don't know how, like, there's nothing I can say about Sydney Sweeney in real life because I don't know that woman, but the
But her
character that she
character,
plays
yeah,
just isn't bright. She's just for Cassie, it's all about being seen and being the prettiest girl in the room and this, that, and
yeah,
having the guy of the guys at that time, which Nate was in high school. Like being a quarterback is the big deal when you're the starting quarterback on your high school football team.
yeah.
But other than that, Cassie has no substance. She just doesn't have any.
No,
None whatsoever. So, of course, Lexi was pissed, and again, I think Lexi was justified. You just don't do that.
right. And can
You
we
have
just
to
talk
give
about can we just talk about real quick how Nate is supporting this now all of a sudden? And I told you, I asked you, I was like, "Do you think he'll start, like, supporting this?" Wouldn't you know, he's supporting this because he's getting his money.
when you're broke and you owe a motherfucker money, you're gonna start like your thoughts on a lot of shit will change. So since we're here on Nate, you want to have the conversation because when he took
Firstly
the toe back, that's crazy.
yeah.
He took the toe back,
Yeah.
and
So,
then
okay,
it's like,
first
give
of
me the
all, like,
finger.
why didn't he run out the door? He ran past the front door. He could have ran
Did he?
outside. Yes. That was the front door when he first started running.
He sure
The
did. He
stairs are
sure
right
did.
next to the front door. Why the fuck?
He sure did. They
I
do have
mean,
that staircase.
he's dumb, so I guess
Um,
that's why, but yeah, the man took his
if you
toe, ripped that shit off.
if your wife or if anybody's about to send you $30,000 to put towards your debt, I'm letting the other person know, I got this wire coming in a second, and then I'm gonna send it right to you.
Yeah.
The dude wouldn't have had no like, I'm always thinking somebody is looking after me if I'm owing anybody that kind of fucking money.
Yeah.
He took the toe back, and I was like,
Mhm.
"This is crazy," and he's like, "Give me the finger," and I thought he was just gonna break the finger, right?
No.
Then he took the houses. So when he took, and I looked away, I couldn't fucking watch that shit. I
He
couldn't watch
couldn't?
that shit.
Oh, I
No,
did. I
fuck
watched
no.
it.
Fuck no. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
So now you're -1 on a toe again,
That was his ring
and you're
finger
without
too.
he took the ring finger?
Yeah, it was the ring finger. That's what it
Motherfuck.
looked like to me anyways. I might have to look at it again, but
You know how hard it is at that moment, you're bleeding from your foot and your hand,
mhm.
and Cassie's not there. Who the fuck is driving you to the hospital? Did the finger drop, or did the guy take the finger with him?
Oh, shit, I wasn't paying that much attention, I can't
Because again,
remember.
I turned my head. I'm like, "I can't watch this shit."
I think I wanna say he left it. Nah, I think he took it. I think he took it.
Okay, so we had a conversation last week about who we think is gonna die, and this is gonna lead me to Rue in a second.
Okay.
And they say some people will have happy endings, some people will have bad endings.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain either Rue or Nate is gone.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain. And since we're here, let's fucking talk about Rue.
Yes, Rue.
She calls Lori. Lori's like, I never want to talk to you again. She's like, I have nothing to do with Paladin being killed. She's like, I don't believe you. I never want to talk to you again. Also, Lori, her voice is so funny because if you call me like, yo, I didn't have nothing to do with them killing your bird, I'm not gonna be that calm.
No.
Lori's just like, I don't believe you, Rue. I don't never want to talk to you. I'm just like, what the fuck? And
That
I
lady's
get
on Lexapro or something.
so oddly enough, so did you okay. I don't I thought I sent you this, but maybe I didn't. So the reactions via social media to last night's episode. The tweets
Okay.
are hilarious, right? Someone says it doesn't matter how bad your day is, Rue will always be having a worse one at Euphoria.
Yes.
Somebody said, "What's Maddie's Lexapro dosage?" Someone said, "I find it really hard to believe that Nate wouldn't have a gun." Same.
Right?
Um, so Rue's ending in this episode, somebody said at that point, girl, just go to jail.
But for
Because
real.
when a motherfucker said I owed them $43 million, my answer was, yo, send me to the Lord at this
Yeah.
point. I ain't got it. And I'm never gonna have it. Just send me to the Lord. But now you owe her 43 mil. Alamo thinks you're on some bullshit, and the feds are tapped in. Yeah, just hey, well, I don't know if she's safer in jail versus on the streets, honestly, because they can have somebody hit you with that. Like, You get somebody who's serving a life
True.
sentence?
That's
Yeah.
true. Also,
Um,
I was worried about Rue when Bishop came in looking like Squidward with his with his hairnet.
exactly. So I said in that moment, I was like, a motherfucker's got a drop cloth, some tools, and a saw.
Mhm.
Somebody's about to get fucked up. And I definitely was like, damn, maybe they are gonna kill Rue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was homie that was in that shower. I feel really and then you notice after that we see Bishop with the hogs. So he fed whatever
Oh,
was left
yeah.
of that guy to those hogs.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Um, there's a picture of Mr. Potato Head. I'm guessing this is in Toy Story where he's only got his feet, one eyebrow, and one eye attached. And they said that's gonna be Nate by the end of the season. And then it's I guess this is a girl dancing in a music video. Someone said Nate after Cassie wired him that 30 grand.
Yep.
And then somebody said all Lexi do is get lattes and complain.
No, for real though. That's all she does.
Shout out to Lexi. Um, and then somebody said the only enjoyable parts of Euphoria Sundays being the tweets that come out of it. I think that's false. I think it's a great season. I'm not gonna lie. I think
No,
the season
yeah.
is fucking epic.
These episodes are
Um,
getting better and better.
so let's go ahead. Let's okay. Lori clearly wants Rue dead.
Yes.
Um, and I said in my notes, somebody closes the door with all those tools and putting that shit on. I'm definitely pissing myself because this would be the end. So I definitely thought Rue was gonna die.
Mhm.
Um, Alamo plays the trumpet, which I found cool because I played the trumpet when I was younger. So shout out to Alamo.
Nice.
Lori clearly wants Rue dead.
Mhm.
Again, I said Maddie has to beat Cassie's ass on GP. Uh,
And then Alamo offers her a job, bringing her
right. So I was getting
to
to
the
that.
club.
So and in my notes I said I thought Cassie's audition sucked, and then some parts were good. And then what kind of dirt does Maddie have on Lexi to get Cassie an audition? Even Lexi said she has no qualifications outside of being her sister.
Right.
Um, Jules and Rue, most toxic relationship ever?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, because they definitely got my vote. They definitely got my fucking vote.
Absolutely. Also, it's
Um,
hilarious that Rue got her initials on her drawers like that.
okay. So the funny thing is, when we just see the silhouette, like, yo, somebody is taking Jules to Pound Town. So I'm like, is Rue
I
wearing the
that's
strap on?
I was thinking that too.
Okay. See, because that's why we've always been here, because
Mhm.
I'm like, somebody is murdering Jules.
Yeah,
Shit. Like
I was like,
then I
"Damn, Rue?"
saw a boy, I was like, okay, this makes better sense now. But yeah, having your initials on your boxers is fucking crazy. But shout out to Ruby Bennett. I don't know why, but what the fuck ever. That was hilarious. Um, and then Alamo, neck brace Latina is gonna get Rue fucked up.
Yep.
Alamo and Bishop show up to the diner. And at that point I was like, this is very bad for Rue. Like,
Yeah.
and then Alamo just sits down and starts talking to Maddie. And I remember the first where Rue went to make that drop off to Alamo, and she started pleading her case to be a part of his camp, and I was like, he sees something in Rue.
Mhm.
He saw that in Rue, but he sees hustle in Maddie.
Yeah.
A hustler knows a hustler,
Yeah.
and when he had that conversation with Maddie, he was like, "Okay,
And I
I
think you
see what the
mentioned
fuck
that
is."
in one of our other episodes too, where you thought that Alamo and Maddie should link up because
Yeah,
Maddie's got the
because
hustle.
Maddie has a hustler spirit, but
Mhm.
she had you leave your home. Y'all left Oakland and went to LA and didn't know this woman, just like, "Yeah, I should work for you. You don't have any qualifications." The phone rings, "Hello, this is such and such's office," and then all of a sudden you got a fucking job.
Yeah.
Maddie's got a hustler spirit, and the girl asked, "Do you still talk to that porn star, represent her, and this,
Oh,
that, and
yeah,
third?"
yeah.
And, like, I'm at that point, I was like, maybe Maddie's gonna move up the corporate ladder, and the next thing you know, she's cleaning up dog shit, but I think this episode worked out better for Maddie as opposed to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Um, so this relationship, this business relationship, I like this. Now,
Yeah.
obviously not lost on either of us that he let her see all the girls and
Mhm.
she chose
Kitty
Kitty
and
and
Angel?
Neck Brace.
Yeah, neck
No,
brace.
Angel's the one that Rue
Oh,
took
that's right.
to rehab. And
Who?
that's because Jules was like, who was your last relationship? She was like, Angel. And she was like, well, what happened? She's like, she had to go to rehab.
Yeah.
Remember, it was the girl that I think Rue was eating her out in the van, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and then she took yeah, like, she was really pissed that the girl died, like, she didn't know
Yeah.
where the girl was, and Rue finally told her, like, "Yo, she OD'd,"
Mhm.
and the girl was just never the same after that, and then she had to go to fucking rehab.
Yeah.
Um, Maddie also obviously commenting on the neck brace, and I'm like, "Yo, Maddie, same, fucking same.
Okay, hold
Why
on.
do you have this on?"
I had this
Go
conversation
ahead.
with Jesse. I had this
Okay, okay.
conversation with Jesse, and I told him what you said, and he said, "Listen," he said, "I'm an equal opportunity employer. If you're working it with that neck brace, I'm gonna pay up." He said, I don't
Imagine
judge."
she giving okay, so if she's stripping and giving you a lap dance, do you put the dollars in the G-string or do you stick them in the neck
He
brace?
would absolutely
That's
put
the
it in the
real
neck
question.
neck brace.
Put
He
in the neck
would.
brace? Okay.
That man, he's
Shout out to
weird.
Jesse.
I have a weird I know
Sh
he'll put it in the neck
Shout out to
brace.
the hubs. Shout out to Jesse, man. When they pulled up to the diner to pick Rue up,
Yeah,
and then they get to the place
to
and they're like,
dig.
"Start digging."
I
So the
knew.
first thing I thought is, "You're making me dig my own grave." I thought they were
Mhm.
gonna bury her, like, like I thought they were gonna kill her and then throw her in
Yeah,
the fucking grave. So then at that point, it goes back to the conversation we had, like, well, they can't kill Rue because she's like the star of the show.
right.
And then I'm like, at this point,
Is she?
maybe all bets are off.
Yeah. I mean, because like, the
I
episode was
mean,
mostly Cassie to begun being it was like
it
Cassie
was.
and Maddie. So
You know what happened, in my opinion?
what?
This was Zendaya was the biggest star
Mhm.
for the show, other than Eric Dane, who played Nate's dad. Rest in peace to Eric Dane. Um, Algie had kind of he he was Ralph Tresvant in the New Edition story, so that was a big deal. And then he was in that movie about the Detroit riots in the '60s and stuff like that. But he wasn't Zendaya. Like
Right.
she goes back to like Disney Channel, Spider Man, fucking MCU. The MCU was big. Like
Yeah.
um Haley Steinfeld, and congratulations to Haley and who's my guy? He's the fucking quarterback. Her husband is the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen. So they just had a baby, so congrats to them.
Okay.
Um, so she plays Kate Bishop and she in the Hawkeye TV show,
Okay.
right? That's on Disney Plus. So apparently Kate Bishop is in the Young Avengers. I don't know if Haley's going to do any of the Avengers films. If she shows up in any of the Avengers film, I don't know. But she said when they contacted, because everybody online was like, if they did Young Avengers, Haley Steinfeld should be Kate Bishop because she really looks like her. So she said when Disney reached out to her for that role, um, they have to take you like down like Pentagon levels of deep into the fucking earth,
Oh,
like into bunkers. You can't take your phone. You have to go through all these different security checkpoints and all this shit just to see the script and sign your contract.
damn.
So I'm like now Disney produced the films in conjunction with Sony because Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man in the film and television universe. So it was like a joint production. But Zendaya is MJ in the fucking Spider-Man films. Like
Yeah.
so she is the name on the marquee. Like the very first artwork for the show, it's her face.
Yeah.
The other people became stars in their own right because of the show. Sydney Sweeney became the second biggest star on the show next to Zendaya, and I think that's why we're seeing this.
Okay.
So at this point, if you're going to kill anybody off, the more I think about it, you probably could kill Rue off.
Yeah.
You
She's
probably
in the
could, like,
most shit.
yeah, she is. Like, look at that shit. Like the dude beating off in his office and shit. I'm like, this is fucking
Okay,
crazy.
that was
I thought it was
hilarious. I loved that
I thought it
scene.
was cool
Yeah.
that they did the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and I
Yeah.
remember saying, like, I always wanted that movie poster to frame it and put it on my wall, like, with this stuff back here, because I always think that's the fucking coolest thing. I thought that was all cool. The stuff they're giving Sydney Sweeney is huge.
Yeah.
They're just giving her the fucking world, so at
Yeah.
this point, it's like,
Also, Zendaya's
Rue
probably
could
working on other shit too, like, she's wants to branch out, so, like,
yeah,
killing her off would give her that opportunity to move on and do other
exactly,
things.
and knowing Euphoria, they may not shoot another fucking season for 3 years or
Right.
something like that, like, they're all gonna be damn near like, this might actually be the perfect time to end it.
Absolutely.
But I definitely feel like from that post, somebody's going to go.
Yeah.
Somebody's not gonna get a happy ending. Somebody's gonna go. But when she's like, "Well, how deep?" and they're like, "Up to your neck," and I'm just like, or what they say, shoulders or
Up
collarbone,
to your
something
neck.
like
Yeah,
that.
they said up to your neck.
Yes,
That got me confused. I was like, "But you want usually when you dig someone into the ground, you want them, like, 6 foot deep."
6 feet,
And
six
she's
feet deep,
absolutely not
generally
6 feet,
graveyard.
right?
6 feet. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, what are we doing? And then she's buried like somebody going to the beach and burying their body in the
Yeah.
sand. I'm like, okay, well, so Alamo's in the house.
He's got his
What the fuck is
horse.
going on here?
Yeah.
And then he comes down with a fucking croquet mallet.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, so Rue's face. Shout out to Zendaya because facial acting uphill,
Yeah. Yeah.
out of this
She's
fucking
got it.
stratosphere because she really looked scared. And I'm like, she's looking, and this motherfucker comes down the hill. I was like, oh my God. And then they cut to black. I'm like, Sam Levinson, you motherfucker.
Yep.
That was a brilliant
It
episode.
really was.
Aside from all the OnlyFans stuff, I thought it was a brilliant fucking episode.
Yeah.
I'm giving that like a fucking 8.5, damn near 9.
It kept me on the edge of my seat for sure.
On this edge of my seat for
Yeah.
sure. For fucking sure. For sure.
Guessing.
So
I just kept
now
guessing what's gonna happen, and it was never what I thought it would be.
I don't think anybody saw it. Like Maddie and Alamo, very dynamic shit. Um, Lexi being upset at Cassie for the audition.
Mhm.
The guy going off on Jules, I love my wife and my kid, and I can't be getting no fucking STD, taking that back to my family.
Right.
And that's why I'm just like, I don't know why Jules wouldn't just say, I don't think he expects her to be just like completely monogamous and faithful to him, right?
I think he
Because
does.
it's an you think so?
Well, yeah, I mean, he
Well, at the
just
s
told her, like, "I don't" he basically told her, "I don't want you with anyone else."
okay, but still, it's like, well, you can still well, here's the thing, you could still get some STDs from going down on a woman,
Mhm.
but I don't know, it gets tricky, I guess. We haven't seen the last of that guy because we haven't seen much of him, but we've seen enough of him for him to matter
Mhm.
as a background player. That's gonna come to a head, and I'm not sure how it's gonna come to a head because now we're in this position. I don't think he's going to kill Rue with that mallet, but if he did hit her coming downhill on a horse at that speed, he would fucking kill her. I think he's going to pull up. I think we're gonna find out on Sunday. He's gonna like pull up or something like that, and he's gonna start to question her. Which the funny thing is, the dude with the do rag. I remember when he bought him the wrong size
Oh,
pants,
yeah.
and he started going off. And the funny thing was, I was like, he's gonna slap this nigga over these pants. And then like a second later, I was like, fucking called it. I saw
Mhm.
that shit happening. I saw that shit happening. So Marshawn Lynch is he's the heavy. Bishop is fucking something. That dude that's doing Bishop, oh my fucking God.
So good.
He is going to be the breakout star from this season for sure.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
definitely gonna be the breakout because nobody has done what he has done in these 5 episodes. The runway that they've given him, he is just taking the fuck off.
Yeah.
He is a star.
Mhm.
And I forgot that he was in fucking um, he's in, like, an episode of The Wire. I believe he might have been in Snowfall. Like, he's done shit, but, like, he didn't have the runway that they've given him in this season to do this because he is
Mhm.
fucking phenomenal. So, like, you got him to worry about. Now you got the other dude who's gotta prove himself because he brought the wrong size pants and got slapped, so
Yeah.
he started pissing himself. And you got Marshawn Lynch, who's just fucking big as fuck, like and then he thought that Big Eddie betrayed him because he went to the hospital?
Yeah.
That's
I think
interesting.
that's it is interesting. I think it's I don't know, I think it's kinda weird that he would
Because
feel that
Marshawn
way.
Marshawn Lynch is advocating for him, like, "I don't think that it means that he's betraying you," and then Bishop is like, "A man that can't" he essentially was saying, like, "A man that can't take a gunshot or whatever is not a man you wanna" I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what he said,
Right,
but,
right,
like,
right.
that's the gist of what he was saying, like, "You couldn't take the shot and just walk it off, so you're not valuable to the team." I'm just like, "They shot this nigga in the stomach. What are we fucking talking about?" Like,
Right, like
that is a that That could be a fatal wound. Like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I think
we
that's a little
he's still
crazy.
alive, right? He's still alive if
I think
like,
he
I thought that
is.
they were okay,
I th
but maybe we just don't see him anymore.
probably not. I don't think he's gonna come back.
This is we've got 6, 7, and 8 left. Like, this is coming to a head, and unfortunately, I forgot to watch. I don't know if they showed it or
You forgot to watch the trailer?
maybe I missed it. Yeah,
I
for
didn't
next week's
watch it.
episode. Did you see it?
No, I didn't watch it.
So okay, I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on
So here's the
because
thing about trailers, because I watched it last time. I don't like watching trailers because I feel like I'll know what's coming next. But I will say, I watched last week's trailer, watched this episode,
uh,
and I was still surprised. I was still like
yeah,
completely. So
but
these
that
trailers are
trailer is
actually
why I
really
thought
good.
Nate was gonna die because we
Yeah.
heard him screaming in the house. I'm like, and
Yeah.
then it turns out he loses the toe again and loses a fucking finger. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up, bro. Like
Yeah.
that is
He
fucking
could,
crazy.
but he should have paid. He should have paid. He should have paid when he was supposed to.
He's again. If I know the money's coming, I'm hitting you like, yo, this wire's about to come through. As soon as I get it, I'm sending it right to you. There should be no questions. Nate is around that motherfucker, fist pumping, hyping Cassie up to do the shit. Also,
I
they
don't
know where I
know.
live.
I feel like
They
he
showed up on my.
I feel like he could have paid them sooner. Like, she's sending him money all the time. He could have paid on
That's
time.
true.
So if that
Here's my
guy
thing.
came in and was just like, "Where's my fucking money?" And he's like, "Oh, I got a wire coming in now." They don't care about now. I mean, yeah, give it to them, but they're still gonna take his
It's
hand.
for them. It's a respect thing. Like if
Yeah.
I let you get away with this shit, then people are gonna think I'm soft. So I got to
Mhm.
take your fucking toe back, and I got to take your finger. But here's my thing. I would not be sleeping in my own fucking home.
True.
I would not like, I'm going as far away as I possibly can.
Yeah.
They know where I live. They showed up on my they showed up to my wedding and then showed up to my home on my wedding night.
Did he fire Juana? His
I think it
housekeeper?
would
Because that house is
well, the house looked
gross.
a fucking mess, so he had to have.
I guess he
And
did.
they they clearly can't afford it. Like
I
all
don't know.
money that you
Cassie's
get
sending
has to go
him.
to that dude.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that it's got like look,
And Nate's not doing
we're
anything to make money now.
we're one episode away. They took his finger and took that
Mhm.
fucking toe back. We're this close to them chopping his fucking dick off. I swear to God. And if any well, think about it. If any show was going to do that, what show would fucking do it? Euphoria.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We're that close to Nate getting his dick chopped off. Point
Okay.
blank period.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else. You got anything else?
No, I just wanted to say that it was hilarious. I really loved that scene when Cassie became that giant woman because she was becoming bigger, in the industry, and
Yeah, yeah.
the titties breaking the glass. That was
That was
beautiful.
crazy.
That was so crazy. Um,
I just
Overall, a great episode.
it was a great episode. I don't how does this marriage like I get it, Nate is benefiting, but you
She's gonna
still should have been
divorce
paying
him
those people. Then why send them the money? Do you
because
because
she
you
loves
just don't wanna
him.
see him be hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because this her and this influencer, it seems like they're going somewhere with that. I
Yeah.
don't Cassie, part of her really does believe that red pill shit she was spewed on that podcast. She believes Nate should have been provided because she said it after the wedding, like, when she found out that they were broke and they owed she's like, "You're not a man, you're not a provider, this, that, and the
True.
third." She gave him shit about the flowers.
Mhm.
$50,000 for a floral arrangement, and, like, now what you're sending him in payments for fucking OnlyFans content, he's got his fucking finger and shit chopped off for that. So, this is gonna be very interesting. These last 3 episodes,
Yeah.
and I think this if season 4 was greenlit, I would assume based on what we've seen that we would have heard it by now. So I think this is it, but they are going out with a fucking bang.
Yeah.
Again, we saw Alamo in a I mean, sorry, Ali in a trailer, so at some point he's still got to show up, I would hope. Um, Rue's
Somewhere.
mom and then
Yeah.
Elliot, I don't know, but they're going out with a fucking bang. But clearly at this point, if any of the 3 of them do show up,
It's for Rue's
I think
funeral.
Oh.
if they show up.
But they looked like Ali was in a hospital bed, wasn't he, in the clip we saw?
It did look
He's
like
also
it.
in the fucking poster. He's in the poster.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you would think you put somebody in a poster, they're gonna have a bigger role, but we're 5 episodes into an 8-episode order, and we haven't seen the man yet.
Yeah, that's suspicious. I don't know.
I think that we could see people at Rue's funeral.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have anything else.
it's a wrap.
It's gonna be these last 3 episodes are gonna be a wild ride, man. So you guys
Yeah.
buckle up because we will have the content. We will have a short break. May 31st is the last episode. Obviously, we still have our normal weekly pod.
Yep.
Um, by the time you guys hear this in audio format on Wednesday, if you want to join our Discord for the Drake Iceman live listening session Thursday night, DM us on socials.
Mhm.
We'll put those in the episode details and shit like that. So we're gonna listen to Iceman as a community together live on Thursday night. Very excited about that. But yeah, we'll have the last episode is May 31st. We'll have a short break and then Raising Canaan, the
Raising
last season of Raising
Kanan.
Canaan. We got to get into that. It's gonna get
Mhm.
good. So um, that's gonna do it for us. As always, bless you. I am
Thank
Derrick
you.
Daniel Ocean. That is awesome Amy. We are two members of Pause Menu Society. Y'all be good. Believe in yourself first and foremost, because if you don't believe in yourself, of course, nobody else will believe in you. As always, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.
Bye.